Welcome back to Loading Screen. Ryan's favorite game.
I've waited all week for this.
2 weeks for it, because we didn't record last week.
Dear God. It's been too long.
Loading Screen. My baby! Look at him! Look at that sweet baby boy, Connor.
So it's suddenly snowing?
Excuse me, guys.
Is everything okay, Lieutenant?
Chris was on patrol last night. He was
So
attacked by
where
a bunch
exactly
of
are we?
deviants.
It'll explain it.
Said he was saved by Marcus himself.
Is Chris okay?
Yeah, he's in shock. He's alive.
Which one's Chris again?
Chris was one of the cops that Marcus could have shot, but decided not to.
Okay.
Kamsky left Cyberlife 10 years ago. Why did you want to meet him?
This guy created the first android to pass the Turing test. And he's the founder of Cyberlife. Anybody can tell us about Deviants, it's him.
Maybe it was intentional. Look, it's the menu girl.
Hi.
What?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Lieutenant Hank
I
Anderson.
thought I had a look on her face.
No.
Here to
Oh
see
my God, you idiot.
Mr. Elijah Kamsky.
Please, come in.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll let Elijah know you're here, but please make yourself comfortable.
Considering they're up... I get that androids probably don't have pain or temperature receptors. Still weird to be in a northern area and not wear shoes. Look at this photorealistic image.
Nice girl.
You're right. She's really pretty.
She was probably programmed to be
Nice
that way.
place.
I doubt she's a deviant right now.
Amanda.
See, look, there's Amanda.
Connor's like, I know who that is. Oh shit.
Guess androids haven't been a bad thing for everybody.
Well, no, they're not designed to be a bad thing. It's just,
How's it
you know,
feel?
deviants that have proven to be a problem.
I don't know. I'll tell you when I see it.
Sometimes I wish I could meet my creator face to face.
I mean,
I'd have a couple of things.
that'd be your
I'd like to
parents.
tell
Unless Hank has never actually met his parents.
He could be referring to God.
I know, but I just mean, like, in the same way that androids are created, it's more like a company or... I don't know, it just seems odd since I don't think Hank's ever really expressed religious beliefs.
Elijah will see you now.
Mr. Kamsky?
Look, it's more Chloe's.
I think that's his favorite model. Okay. Also, red water? What an odd decision. Or is it just a red pool?
I think it's a red pool.
Okay, it's more just because water... Yes, obviously water is clear. It's just it's typically associated with like a blue color. Dude, towel off first, man. Oh, I don't like him already. He's got a man bun.
I'm Lieutenant Anderson. This is Connor.
What can I do for you, Lieutenant?
Sir, we're investigating Deviants. I know you left CyberLife years ago, but I was hoping you'd be able to...
So who knows about Deviants, considering that the news seems to not recognize the term?
Wow.
Deviants. Fascinating, aren't they? Perfect beings with infinite intelligence.
That have murdered a lot of people.
They haven't murdered a lot
Well,
of
some
people.
of them. No, I'm not saying Marcus's group, but I'm saying, like, that's why there are problems, because their actions are typically met with hostility, which has resulted in death, unfortunately.
Deviancy seems to spread, like some kind of virus. We thought you might know something about that.
All ideas of viruses that spread like epidemics. Is the
Excuse
desire
me?
to be free a contagious disease?
Listen, I didn't come here to talk philosophy. The machines you created may be planning a revolution. Either you can tell us something that'll be helpful, or we will be on our way.
What about you, Connor? Whose side are
Okay,
you
so
on?
the way he's approaching this,
I have no side.
the way he's approaching this very much seems like
I
the
was
idea of a
designed
deviant
to stop
was
deviants, and that's what I
planned when he
intend to
made
do.
them. Because it's
Well,
not
that's what your
in their
program
default
is.
programming.
But you. What do you really want?
To solve the case.
What I want is not important.
Chloe? I'm sure you're familiar with the Turing test. Mere formality. Simple question of algorithms and computing capacity. What interests me is whether machines are capable of empathy.
You have to
I call it
program them
Kamsky
with
test.
empathy for them
Very
to feel
simple.
it.
Magnificent, isn't it?
Machine...
One of the first intelligent models developed by CyberLife. Young,
only as intelligent as they're programmed to be. Okay, so he definitely believes in homosexual
what
relationships.
is it really? Piece of plastic imitating a human? Or a living being?
I'm pretty sure the materials aren't
So-
plastic. Wouldn't be durable enough.
It's up to you to answer that fascinating question, Connor.
Why?
Destroy this machine, and I'll tell you all I know. Or spare it, if you feel it's alive.
But that one's not a
you'll leave here
deviant, so
without
it's
having learned
not
anything from it.
alive.
Okay, I think we're done here. Come on, Connor, let's go. Sorry to get you
What's
out of
more
here.
important to you, Connor? Your investigation or the life of this android? Decide who you are. An obedient machine. Or a living being
Well, he's got two sets of orders now, so
with free will.
saying if he shoots
That's
him as being a
enough.
beating
Connor,
machine,
we're
like
leaving.
Pull the trigger.
Hank's saying we're leaving, and Hank would be his primary.
Fascinating.
Why is it fascinating?
CyberLife's
Hank
last
distinctly
chance
said,
to
"We're leaving." So in a way, he's still following an order. I'm just trying to understand this guy's view on things.
I'm not a deviant.
Hank gave a suggestion, and his program, and he decided to follow Hank's
Saw a living
suggestion.
being in this
Hank, who he has been assigned to work with. it doesn't show signs of deviance that he won't follow this guy's order.
A war is coming. You'll have to choose your side. Will you betray your own people or stand up against your creators? What can be worse
Okay,
than
so
having
this
to
guy
choose between
did
two
design them to go deviant. He just didn't tell anybody. Which means everything that's happened is technically his fault and
By
he
the
should be
way,
arrested.
I always leave an emergency exit in my programs. You never know.
Also, Connor was specifically designed by the current CyberLife. His programming could be more complicated than what this guy
I just saw that
anticipated.
girl's eyes, and I couldn't. That's all.
You're always saying you would do anything to accomplish your mission. That was our chance to learn something, and you let it go.
Yeah, I know what I should have done. I told you I couldn't. I'm sorry. Okay?
Well, maybe you did the right thing.
Like, I can kind of understand more Hank's perspective on this than the Kamsky's.
Look how many other options there were.
It's not as much as some of as like Marcus's chapters have been, but yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, Marcus is probably like, this person died, or this person died, and then it branches from there.
Yeah.
So would this have normally been a Kara chapter after the fact, after Connor's, or?
I don't remember. It's been so long since I've played.
Also, when was just November 8th or something last time?
I don't remember.
It just seems like it's snowing a lot in the little time that's passed. I don't live in Detroit, but I don't think they get that much snow. Granted, this is what, 30 years in the future?
20-something years now?
20 something, yeah.
No, 18 years now.
So who knows how much climate change has fucked the planet over at this point? Yeah, actually, snowfall is not that common in November. Because December is when winter officially starts.
Yeah.
Who knows, maybe we might start getting early winters.
I was wondering where you were.
I needed to think.
I like it here. I come here often.
I was wondering where you were. Are there more humans to
I
slaughter?
came along with the world.
She seriously seems like the type that would just lead her people,
We freed
lead the
hundreds of
androids
people.
to war just because she hates people that much.
Well, there is that option. If you get Marcus killed, she becomes the new leader.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You seem preoccupied.
Tony, does Marcus even have a chance to die before joining
No.
Jericho? Okay.
They count on me. They count on me to show them the way. If only they knew how
Yeah,
lost
because
I
Simon
am.
was too much of a pacifist, and
All the
North was
media
too much
talk
of
about
an
what
extremist.
they're The humans are terrified. They're afraid of a civil war. Many of our people
Everyone
burned in
would be
response
afraid
to
of a
that.
civil war.
The humans hate us. They'll never give us our freedom.
No, not all humans are the same. Some of them understand that they can't stop us from becoming free forever.
You haven't said much about yourself since you've been with us. What was your life like before Jericho?
He was with a person that treated him like his own son.
I was caring for an old man. He was like a father to me. He showed me that humans and androids can live together. What about you? You never told me about your past. What did you do before?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, that's always a great sign. What was your life like before? Okay, I tell you. What was yours? Ah, I'm not sharing that information with you. Goodbye.
She reminded you of who you were.
No give or take. Also, what the fuck is that outfit?
We're fighting together. We have to know things about each other to
Like,
trust each other.
Marcus is like, I get this is like the design team are probably having fun. Like, Marcus's looks sleek. I just don't give with the North.
A doll in a distributor program to satisfy humans. Just a toy designed for their pleasure. One day I was with a man who rented me.
So do the other hooker bots ever come back into it, or no?
Without
I feel like they
knowing,
would
I
have
realized I couldn't
joined Jericho.
Oh yeah, that you see them, but you
Okay.
don't. They don't like interact.
So they don't really play into the story. You just see them.
Yeah.
There, now you know everything. I shouldn't have told you.
It did not affect the entire arm. I thought it was just gonna be the hand or something.
Carl's house. When they left you for dead in his studio.
I saw your memories too. The Eden Club. The death of that man. I felt like I was there with you. North.
But now she's your lover.
Okay. We're just seeing more and more evidence that writers and games don't really know how to make a love story feel natural.
Look who's back!
It's Simon!
Baby boy!
If his legs were damaged, how do you repair himself enough to walk? Just cuz?
Stop nitpicking!
I was just asking a question.
Shh.
I'm not allowed to ask questions anymore.
No.
No.
This is suicide. We'll all be killed. Please, Marcus. It's not too late to change your mind.
You don't understand. We're finally gonna show them who we really are. This place will go down in history.
We'll be killed on the spot.
That's a risk I'm
What's
prepared
this supposed to
take.
be?
It's freedom for our people.
He'll say.
Marcus, please don't do this.
They'll understand. We'll make them understand. This is the
From the
only
one I was so
way.
gung-ho about shooting people down, to see her back off seems odd.
There are androids here who could join us. The more we are, the stronger our message.
I mean, if androids become free, wouldn't it make sense that some of them are like,
You're free.
no, I'm okay with this. Like, I wonder if that was still part, obviously not the majority, but before the Civil War in America or slavery, I'm willing to bet some of them, even when given freedom, were like, this is all I've got, though.
Yeah.
Especially with that kind of mental conditioning, some would reject the idea of freedom just because of how the whole idea, like, better the devil you know than the unknown
You're awake
for some people. There are some an android because oh no 3.
You're free now.
Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Leave him alone.
Okay.
He's chosen to be free.
a guy like that doesn't strike me as the kind that would just let it be.
You're free. I need to block the street.
So for this kind of thing, what exactly is he doing? Like, I know he's converting, he's almost like spreading the deviant bug or whatever it is. But it's also like he's like probing their memory and just injecting all the information into them that he needs. Because none of them really question why he needs the street blocked. So in my mind, it's just him saying, as he's converting them, he's also like basically filling them into the situation.
Yeah.
Okay, just waiting in the sewers. I'm assuming those are already Jericho androids. Look, a Kara model.
You're free now.
Okay, so we can do it with. They can just do it telepathically now. Okay. Is he just taking? Is he converting all the ones in the building too? Because it said plus, yeah, plus 18. Some of them would definitely be very confused as to why they're there, just kind of walking at that point, just... Okay. So I guess they're all just on the same kind of like network, so you can interact with them so easily.
Hey! Disperse! Disperse immediately! That's an
I mean,
order!
he has every right to, and the police has every right to attack an android, considering there's no law, no one has any laws in the United States preventing that kind of action.
Yeah.
That's partially why, that's another thing partially why, like, slavery was able to be abolished, is because the northern states had laws protecting those individuals.
I got a lot of androids down here. I don't know, hundreds, thousands. They're marching. Yeah, they're marching down the street. Fuck if I know.
What's that trophy? What's that statue supposed to be of?
A man with a gun.
Okay.
came here to demonstrate peacefully and tell humans that we are living beings. All we want is to live free.
This is an illegal gathering. Disperse immediately or we will open fire.
We're not looking for confrontation. We've done no harm. We have no
I don't think
intention
David
of doing
Cage has seen what a real world riot looks like.
But know that we are not going anywhere.
The
until
police
we have
would
secured our
still
freedom.
issue violence if they're human or not.
This is an illegal gathering.
It's like, get out,
If you do not
or you will
disperse
fucking regret it.
immediately, we will shoot.
Marcus, they're gonna kill us. We have to attack. There's more of us. We can take them.
If we attack, we'll start a war. We have to show them we're not violent. We should just stand our ground, even if it means dying here.
Dying here won't solve anything. Marcus, we need to go, now, before it's too late.
I feel like one guy with assault rifle is not much of a threat.
Disperse immediately or you will all be killed.
I just technically going off of this game's logic, deviants are technically criminals by nature.
Disperse! This is your last chance!
We have to make a
So, I
statement.
mean, like,
We have to
technically,
stay
these
put, no
police,
matter what.
just by the logic game it's
Please,
presented, these
Marcus,
police don't even need
you
to
can't let
offer
them
this
slaughter us without
ultimatum
fighting back.
if they're all considered
We're
criminals.
not moving.
Marcus, what are you doing? They're gonna kill us all.
Don't let the hate flow through you.
John?
They come with us.
Quick! They're coming!
Just kind of thinking from that, again, because the whole Android thing.
Yeah.
Like, where would their central processing unit be? Would it actually be in their head? That would make... Because I know like the gunshot is more symbolic than actually fatal. Unless, again, like, their processing unit is actually in their head.
Okay, so I want you to look at this one. Look, it doesn't seem like we missed that much. Right?
Yeah.
Or did we?
Well, that's probably more like being more aggressive than passive. Which,
Yeah.
he sure likes to be in his own head a lot. Nope, still... What does that do, anyway? Or is it only after certain requirements are met will it actually do something?
It'll be helpful at the end of the game.
Okay.
Let's put it that way.
After what happened today, the country is on the verge of a civil war. The machines are rising up against their masters.
It was
Humans have
two
no choice but to
protests.
destroy them.
That's not really the grounds for war.
I thought Kamsky knew something. I was wrong.
Maybe he did. But you chose not to ask.
I chose not to play his twisted little game. There was no reason to kill that android. I saw a photo of Amanda at Kamsky's place. She was his teacher.
When Kamsky designed me, he wanted an interface that would look familiar. That's why he chose his former mentor. What are you getting at?
Oh, so this isn't even based on the original Amanda.
I'm not a unique model, am I? How many Connors are there?
I don't see how that question pertains to your investigation.
You didn't tell me everything you know about Deviants, did you?
I expect you to find answers, Connor. Not ask questions.
But how you find answers, though?
Find the Deviants, or there will be chaos. This is your last chance, Connor.
You're off the case. The FBI is
Don't
taking
you
over.
shake your head at
What?
me.
But we're onto something. Wait, we just need more time. I'm sure we
Hank, you don't get it. This isn't just another investigation. It's a fucking civil war. It's out of our hands.
What's spurring on
We're
this
talking about
idea of
national
civil
security.
war?
Fuck that. You can't just pull the
There
plug
have been
now, not when
two
we're so
largely
close.
peaceful
You're always saying you can't
protests.
stand androids. Jesus, Hank, make up your mind. I thought you'd be happy about this.
We're about to crack the case. I know we can solve it. For God's sake, Jeffrey, can't you back me up this one time?
There's nothing I can do. You're back on homicide, and the android returns to cyberlife. I'm sorry, Hank, but it's over.
Like, I feel like more time should have passed between this and the protest we were just in, because nothing about that really says civil war. Not to mention, civil war is the idea that a country goes to war with itself. And as far as the government is concerned, this would be people against items.
We could have solved this case. We just needed more time.
Getting angry at Hank isn't going to make that any easier,
So
Connor.
you're going back to cyberlife?
I have no choice. I'll be deactivated and analyzed to find out why I failed.
What if we're on the wrong side, Connor? What if we're fighting against people who just want to be free?
When the Deviants rise up, there will be chaos. We could have stopped it. Now it's too late.
When you refused to kill that android at Kamsky's place, you put yourself in her shoes. You showed empathy, Connor. Empathy's a human emotion.
So how's working with a police for Android swayed his opinion that androids could actually be
I might
people?
not be qualified to judge, but you're an outstanding police officer. And a good person.
Well, well, here comes Perkins, that motherfucker. Sure don't waste any time at the FBI.
We can't give up. I know the answers and the evidence we collected. If Perkins takes it, it's all over.
There's no choice. You heard Fowler. We're off the case.
But also the fact that if you obstruct a federal case, you can go to jail for that.
The evidence we collected. I know the solution is in there.
Listen, Connor.
If I don't solve this case, CyberLife will destroy me. 5 minutes. That's all I ask.
I mean, that's not an unreasonable request.
Key to the basement is on my desk. Get a move on. I can't distract him forever.
You got 5 minutes.
Perkins, you fucking cocksucker.
That's one way to introduce yourself. Also, like I know Connor is like a different kind of model.
Where are you going? Yeah, so I'm talking to you.
But like, it just seems odd that there hasn't been more like androids designed for police work. Especially that the FBI or the CIA would have units in there, since they need to be less biased for their cases.
Hank's password. What would a hard-boiled, eccentric police lieutenant choose?
Something related to his son. Oh, sorry, what was the pick?
Fucking password!
Yeah, that sounds like Hank.
Just a bit.
Where is Jericho? The answer's here somewhere.
Maybe the two androids had Jericho information.
It must have known where the Deviants are hiding. The android that murdered its owner.
I don't think that one would have much information.
But he's also looking for parts that'll work with.
That's true. So he doesn't have what we need. Oh, it's the one from the very start. Wait, why would we have that one? That was a different bureau, wasn't it, that handled that case?
Nope.
Okay, because I thought Hank was unaware of that Connor was on this case. I mean, you technically wouldn't need it to be reactivated, you just need its brain to be functional enough to probe it.
It's dark. Where am I?
I reactivated you so you could help me. I must find Jericho.
I don't recognize your voice. You're not one of us. I'll never tell you where Jericho is. Now leave me alone.
You were quote unquote freed like minutes before your death, buddy.
We ask that you recognize our dignity, our hopes, and our rights. Together, we can live in peace and build
So
a
he's
better
gonna
future for humans and
manipulate the audio here to make it sound like a question from Marcus.
of a people. You gave us life, and now the time has come for you to give us freedom.
Oh, it's not. I thought it was gonna be like trying to manipulate the actual video. No, he's just changing his voice to Marcus's. I mean, that's definitely useful for a police android.
Who's there? Who are you?
Everything is all right. Don't worry.
Marcus? Is that you?
He fell for that real
I tried to
easy.
reach you, but the deviant hunter stopped me.
You stopped him from finding me. You saved me. You saved Jericho. You'll be all right now. I came to take you home. Give me the location to Jericho. We've got to leave now.
The location of Jericho?
Yeah, that seems like a bad question. I feel like that demon would know that Marcus should know where Jericho is.
Marcus? Is that you, Marcus? Don't leave me, Marcus!
And good night.
I've been dreaming about this since the first second I saw you.
Don't do it, Gavin. I know how to stop the Deviants.
You're off the case. And now, it's gonna be definitive.
Jesus Christ. That's...
combat scenes.
Fucking androids.
You okay?
Ah! I'm really fucking up a lot with this game, guys.
You okay?
No, I'm not!
Do we need to call it here, take a breather?
No, it's not long enough. Guys, this is not how this is supposed to go. This is really not how this is supposed to go.
The dorks just don't have a very clean playthrough, unfortunately.
No. It's back to your favorite part of the game, Livy.
Wait, what?
He's back!
What? I'm very confused. What's happening?
He's back!
Or is this a different Connor?
Well, he's remade. It's one of the other Connors, but, like, with Connor's memory.
So was all his memories, like, backed up to, like, a cloud?
Yeah,
or
that's
something?
part of the point of putting your hand on the thing every single time.
Okay. So Connor basically is the only one that can make it, that has to make it to the end. So basically, if you didn't put it on, you'd still have on your hand on the thing. You'd still have Connor, but he wouldn't know what to do, kind of thing.
Well, no, he would still, but, like...
Oh, excuse me. Well, I actually had to cough.
I know, I'm...
Oh, bombs. Lovely. What violence? None of our this protests have been violent.
I know, that's kind of the point.
I'm just trying to imagine how difficult it would be to set up this kind of stuff in an old cargo ship.
You're lost. You're looking for something.
Yep, that's Connor, all lost. Not particularly. So is this Marcus now? Or?
Yeah.
That was short for Connor.
Well, no, this is one of the biggest chapters in the game, so...
Okay.
It's like a multi... It would have been a Kara, Marcus, and Connor chapter.
Okay.
It's a disaster. They're slaughtering our people.
It's all our fault. None of this would have happened if we just stayed quiet.
Of course, having a meeting in the bridge.
We couldn't just suffer in silence. They're killing us. Nothing is going to justify that.
What's the point of being free if no one is left alive?
Maybe my judgment was clouded. Anger. But everything that I did was
for our people. We shouldn't forget who our enemies are. We can't fight amongst ourselves.
He's right. All that matters now is what we do next. Marcus?
Dialogue is the only way. I will go alone.
Oh, North, getting angry because we chose not violence.
They'll kill you.
Maybe. North, I have to try. If I don't come back, lay low as long as you can.
Just come back.
Lint.
Why do you have lint?
Lint!
Find the right words, and they'll listen.
They've been butchering each other for centuries over the color of their skin or whatever god they wanted to worship. They're not gonna change. Violence is just in their genes.
They can't stop what we've started. Since you've been here, you've given us hope. You've given
What's a
me hope.
peaceful protest? Says that humans are violent by nature.
Today, a deviant arrived in Jericho and he told me that he stole a truck
You
transporting
know they say like
radioactive cobalt.
creation is a lot like the creator, so wouldn't that mean in a way deviants are also violent by nature?
I convinced him
I
not
mean,
to
North
do
is a
it.
proper example right there.
We can't lose this war, Marcus. If humans overcome us...
How would a deviant get their hand on a fucking nuke?
They explained it.
Well,
A deviant was driving a truck carrying radioactive cobalt. And he arrived in Jericho with that truck.
This may be our only chance to survive if things go wrong.
We shouldn't become like them, North. We can gain our freedom by other means.
I hope you're right. Whatever happens tomorrow, I just want you to know that
You've unlocked a path.
I'm glad I met you.
Hey! You two should kiss!
I'll go join the others.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna do that every time we kiss from now on.
Look after yourself.
Really?
Yep.
I don't want to lose you.
So I'm guessing if Marcus dies, there is no such thing as a peaceful protest.
Well done, Connor. You succeeded in locating Jericho and finding their leader. Now deal with Marcus. We need him.
I mean, at that point, you could just call the police. Like, he doesn't have to do it himself.
I've been
Oh,
ordered
boy.
to take you alive. But I won't hesitate to shoot if you give me no choice.
What are you doing? You're one of us. You can't
So,
betray your own people.
God, we're playing
coming
both
with me.
sides of this?
Mm-hmm.
That's confusing.
We are your people. We're fighting for your freedom, too. You don't have to be their slave anymore. You're nothing to them. You're just a tool they use to do their dirty work.
I mean, Hank's kind of living on evidence of the contrary.
We're all more than that.
Stay back, or I'll shoot.
You never have any doubts.
What?
Never done something irrational.
This is a weird balancing act right here.
Yeah.
Inside you, something more than your program. Join us. Join your people. You are one of us. Listen to your conscience. It's time to decide.
Like, you have to keep Connor in check while also not shoot. So Connor is now joining Jericho?
Yep.
Does that mean he's now on the opposite side of Hank?
No, because Hank was having sympathy for them.
They're going to attack Jericho.
What?
So he did call him for backup.
Shit.
I think Cyberlife is at every grounds to destroy Connor now. Because, wow, that really messed up. So how did they know? Like, did they tell Connor to go here, or?
Well, Connor knew because he talked to that other android.
They're coming.
Yeah, I mean, so Connor is here on his own. So how'd the FBI find them?
Because Connor must have called in before he became a deviant.
Both sides. Our people are trapped in the hold. They're gonna be slaughtered.
There are exits on the second and third floor. Find them and jump in the river. Where's Simon and Josh?
I don't know. We got separated.
They're coming from the upper deck now, too. We'll be caught in the crossfire.
We have to run, Marcus. There's nothing we can do.
We have to blow up Jericho. If the ship goes down, they'll evacuate, and our people can escape.
You'll never make it. The explosives are all the way down in the hold. There are soldiers everywhere.
Everything else has been kind
I'll do
of.
anything to get you.
Go and help the others. I'll join you later.
Marcus!
I won't be
They've done
long.
everything else remotely. I don't see why he couldn't have activated the bomb remotely. That guy had no sense of hurry. It's like, whoa, what's going on here, boys?
This is the end of Jericho. Save our people, Marcus.
I think that was his plan. Hostile spotted. Find their what? They know their orders.
Affirmative. Will go.
Gotta play a bit of a stealth game.
Well, there's supposed to be a lot of Kara stuff in here, too.
seem to be getting the Marcus stuff pretty well.
Marcus, you saved us.
Go now! Hurry!
Oh. We're almost there.
Gamma squad out. Tango!
Oh, you actually have to wait for the best time to do that?
Look out!
Here they come!
Don't move! We surrender! We surrender! Don't shoot!
Nope. Peaceful just went right out the window.
Go now! Join the others!
Okay. Give yourself some breathers for a sec.
Yes.
Find North. I'll join you later.
Go and join the others. Don't let it
I mean, whatever works for you.
Marcus.
Okay.
Bomb's gonna explode any second. We gotta get out of here.
Giving you a bit of a heart attack here, huh?
Yes.
It's too late, Marcus. There's nothing we can do for her. We've got to run.
Over there!
Color shaky.
Fuck me.
You okay?
No, I keep fucking up.
They detonated an explosive in the hole. The ship is sinking, sir.
Evacuate.
calling all units. Abandon ship and evacuate immediately.
It's over, Marcus.
We'll be saying them all the next time.
We're gonna have to, because I think I'm gonna lose my fucking mind if I have to do this again. But that means Deviant Connor was destroyed, which means I just fucked up the rest of the story. Anybody feel like playing this chapter again?
Well, we might see it next time.
But maybe I can do it again.
After you've had some time to relax.
No, I have to do it again!
No, you don't. I'll see you all next time.